Hey, welcome everybody to Rolling on Three, a podcast for three-wheel owners, whether you're riding on a Ryker, Can Am, Slingshot, Vanderhaul, or a Spider. This is the show for you. Today, I'd like to welcome Harry, all the way from Minnesota, from his YouTube channel, Fun N Ryker. Harry, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show, Keith. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for being on the show. I start off the question with which everybody wants to know. What are you rolling on?
I'm rolling on a Riker rally. Got to have the rally.
All right. When did you get the Ryker?
I got it actually this spring. It was a 2019 model, and I was looking for a used one, but there's nothing out there. So I was, on Craigslist, Facebook, and like going, man, there's just nobody's, so new to the scene.
Right.
And so I was like going, I went to the dealer and picked it up, and it was the 2019 model, and it was sitting there 2020s. So they're trying to get rid of them.
Right.
And it was such a great deal that, I walked into the dealer and, my first time buying anything new from a dealer, being a
Oh, okay.
car, being, anything new. So it's like going, wow, I don't, I'm not really into this dealer scene, but, I walked in and it was really a great experience. The guy was so relaxed, and and I said, hey, can I take it out for a test ride? And he goes, yeah, take it out. You can go 15 miles this way. You can go 30 miles this way. Take it
Right.
out for an hour. And I'm going,
Yeah.
all right. So, so I took it out for 15 miles. I got, I was like smiling, and I was like, doing the Ric Flair, woo, and, I was just loving the bike. He goes, you can take it out for an hour if you want. He goes, I
Right.
don't care, which is really cool of him.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you had a good experience. Mostly everybody I speak to though, they say they had a pretty good experience in the dealer. So I'm glad. I'm glad. And it was a used one and you got a great deal. So that's great. Cause usually when you go to the dealer, everybody says, oh, I wound up paying all these fees. And then, I overpaid. But that's cool that you got a good deal. Is
Right.
the
No,
dealer it was the dealer close to your house or did you have to find a dealer?
I was going to go either to Minneapolis area, or I was going to go like an hour north of me to a little bit more northern Minnesota.
Hmm.
And I decided to go a little bit northern Minnesota, which is still about 45 minutes away. The dealer that was closest to us stopped handling Can-Am altogether.
Okay.
So he was like 10 minutes away. And so this guy was just stopped in, and he's really cool. And I just wanted to go a little bit more of the rural side instead of the crazy on the Minneapolis city side.
Okay.
So I went with him, and it was such yeah, it was a great experience. I guess I like being out in the rural area a little bit more and kind of enjoying that scene.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Did you ride before? Have you ever rode before?
Yeah, I came from a motorcycle background. I really started riding in my life. I
Okay.
only started riding like 15 years ago.
Oh,
And, I started with the Honda Goldwing with a little 1200, little 1200 Goldwing. And then I went to 1800 Goldwing, and
all right.
you're just riding the big baggers, and rode with the Goldwing group, and with their club. And we rode everywhere, putting on, from Iowa to Wisconsin to, all the way to Detroit, wherever.
Right.
We logged on a lot of miles, so I got a lot of riding experience with motorcycle. And you
Well,
know,
that's
yeah.
good that you came from a riding background like that. So then, why did you transition to the three? If the Gold Wing's a nice, comfortable ride.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a great ride.
Hmm.
And one night I was going just up for a ride, and I was going by a movie theater, and I was on my Goldwing, and a guy came out of the movie theater, did not see me, and I like veered off to the left as far as I could, and missed the guy like within inches, just like an inch,
Mm.
and he was like this close to crushing my leg, and it kind of
Oh
really kind
man.
of scared me.
Right.
And then I went to a Goldwing trike. I had a motor trike conversion on a Goldwing.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's a nice bike. Yeah.
yeah, and I still love the motor trike conversions, whatever they are, like California sidecar or motor trike, or there's a bunch of them out there,
Right.
and they're beautiful rides. And I went with that, and after a while, I didn't have a place to store it, and I had to have it in a storage
Hmm.
unit off site, and it kind of bothered me. And it was, these bikes are expensive. They're over 20,000, and I had it, and I was just like, I just wanted to get back to a bike again, so I bought a back to the Victory Cross Country,
Wow.
and so I went back to a bike again, and
Uh-huh.
then I was like in another close call again, and some lady,
Oh man.
some lady else rear-ended me,
Oh shoot,
and
man.
there's a couple close calls, and I'm going, I'm tired of, I'm just like, I'm done
Tired
with
of close clothes.
the motorcycle life.
I hear you. I know. I respect that, man. It's enough close calls where you say, you know what, maybe I need to be in a cage when I'm driving. Yeah.
Right.
Sounds kind of crazy over there. That's like sounds like New York over there to drive, and the way you talk about all these close calls.
Well, I have much respect for. I don't know how you do it in New York.
It's rough. It's rough, man.
Because yeah, you said on your one video that one lady rear-ended you, and
Yeah, we wasn't even moving. I mean, we were crawling in standstill traffic. And she
oh,
rear-ends me. I was like, she was like, but the truck behind me was getting so close. I was like, so what about the person in front of you?
right,
It just it boggles the mind. It's not even worth the argument when someone tells you something like that. It's like,
right.
oh, how do I even win this argument? Forget it. It's like, and tell me though, in Minnesota, well, you mentioned all these bikes you had, so I'm assuming there's a big riding and bike community out there. Is it like that out in Minnesota?
Yeah, there is. It's more of the Harley Davidson scene out here, and
Okay.
well, it's like groups out here, and you have like your Yamaha group, you have your like the Honda Goldwing group, and you have kind of like different groups, but I think 90% of it probably would be Harley Davidson. So there's very few of us Rikers around.
No, okay. All right. I mean, that's I've been hearing that from a few people that they say, their Riker community is growing or not that big. So it's like when you're riding around, I'm assuming you're getting a lot of people going, "Hey, what is that thing?"
Right. And that's what I love, because it's like you're on the road, and in the St. Cloud, central Minnesota area, there's only maybe two or three of us running around. And so when you go to a gas station, you always have somebody coming up to you and asking about, hey, what is that? Or they'll like roll down their window and they go, hey, cool bike, or cool car, or they say they don't know what it is even.
Right, they don't.
you know.
Is there like well, now if the Riker community is small, but is there like a bike meetup area out there, like the popular spot, like where you go and you'll see all the bikes parked out there all the time? Like for people who like to travel on their bikes, I like to give them a little area just in case they're passing through. Is there a spot?
We really don't have that. It's like we have like the spider community gets
Hmm.
together, and they
Right.
ride like a certain day. But like I see in Florida, there's the bike meetups,
Yeah.
and it's like that would be nice. And it's one thing interesting that I would love to be a part of is all the bike meetup nights. And, we really don't have that. Everybody's kind of like, you get together with your Harley guys or
Right.
or or the spider people, so that's one thing we're definitely lacking in Minnesota.
Hey man, that gives you a perfect opportunity to start the Fun N Ryker meetup. You could
I,
you could start that on your own now. I mean, if it's not too big, give you the
oh,
perfect opportunity to start your own meetup spot, and y'all could do all those runs like they do in other states. Think
right.
about that.
Definitely.
Yeah, it only takes one call out on Facebook or whatever, and you'll be surprised. That's how I hear a lot of people I interview that start their own motorcycle or riding clubs.
Hmm.
That's exactly what they did. They put out a list and hey, we're meeting up. If you own one, come here. And before you know it, he had 300 people in his Facebook going, "Hey man, I want to join the club." So that gives you the perfect opportunity to start a Minnesota chapter.
Oh, right. Well, the Facebook, community is, really active. And,
Yeah.
I'm really happy dealing with the people. I have a question and I type it in, and, usually a couple minutes later, somebody will come back with
Yeah, that's
or
true.
several people will come back.
There's a lot of help out there. There is a lot of help out there. That's one of the reasons why I started my channel. I mean, I saw all the help, but I was like, yeah, maybe I could just contribute to the YouTube community and start filming some stuff out there. And hey, some people took to it and it's going pretty good. And then I said, oh man, all these people have Rikers that and spiders when I started looking around and finding things. And I was like, well, I can't get into any of the forums. The forums are locked up. And so I was like, hey,
Right.
maybe there's a place I can go and just listen to all these different people and all their riding experience, especially if you're the type of person that wants to purchase. And I noticed that no one had their own podcast or nothing going on. So I was like, well, this opportunity, let me see if it takes off. And little by little, it's taking off. It's moving. It's keeping me up in the mornings. I'll tell you that.
That's great.
Thanks, thanks. So the roads out there in Minnesota, it's like, are you experiencing open roads, is rurals, city life? Like, how do you get out there and just, ride?
Oh, see, I live in the St. Cloud area. So,
Mhm.
you get, once you're out of the city, it's mostly rural, and you can be out by the cornfields or by the lakes. And you get some really beautiful riding areas
Mm,
around here, which is really nice. And then, you can cruise and take the back roads down to the Twin Cities if you want to be part of that scene too.
right.
So for me, just 5 minutes away from my house, I'm in complete country, and that's what my thing is. I love to roll by some of the lakes, some of the, catch a sunset and,
Nice.
just enjoy. We live fairly close from the Mississippi River, run up the Mississippi River, and it's really pretty. So it's we're blessed with that. Besides, whapping yourself with all the mosquitoes along the way.
You got to move faster so the mosquitoes can't catch up to you, man.
That's it. It's harsh
Now,
up here.
I know the weather. It's Minnesota, so I watch the news. So I know you guys get a hard winter out there. So I'm assuming
Oh,
you're in the winter season now, so riding's about over. So
oh,
I usually ask people, the states, hey, how is it? Can you ride all year? But Minnesota is known, so I don't think I have to go deeply into that. What, how many inches of snow you got? Maybe I'll just tell people the weather report.
it's been a super mild winter, which is really surprising. Normally, by this time of the year, we'll have like a foot of snow at least on the ground, and we
Man,
don't really have any snow, which is it's been unseasonably mild. So I already stored my bike and took the battery out. So when I film, I just have to push it out of the garage, push it back in. That Riker's getting heavy, because it's all stored away, but
Oh man, that is funny, man. Because I do the same thing, man. I push it out, and then I push it out. I said, "No, I'm not gonna push it back in late till later." And then they dropped 6 inches of snow on me, so I was like, "Well, it's gonna sit out here until the snow goes, because I can't push it."
right.
It's like sitting in front of my garage, no, not in the garage, but that's how I got to do it too, because I got to film shows and everybody want. I need to just get a picture, a big billboard of a Ryde behind me. This way, I could just do it in the comfort of my own home. Oh
Um,
man,
I know. I think next year I'll put up like a ton of LED lights and insulate my garage so I can film inside.
that's it. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Are you
Uh,
using your bike for? Is it just recreational, or you commute with it every day? Or
yeah, I try to do everything that I can with it. I'm running to the grocery store, to the hardware store, you name it, I'm on it. And then this summer we did a lot of trips. My buddy, he's got a Spider Limited, which is 2020.
mm,
Man, that's a beautiful machine.
yeah, that's
Total,
nice.
total, touring bike.
Everything on it. Everything's on it. Yeah.
Heated seats, heated grips, power windshield. I'm kind of jealous, but I think I have more fun than he does.
Yeah, I think the Ryker is more of an enjoyable bike, whereas the Spider is a cruiser, unless you get like the F3, and then you got that beast, and then you're really moving with that. But yeah, I see those Spiders come dressed up, man. You get everything you want, and it's like comfortable. I've sat on a few, comfortable, like sitting on a couch, man. It's hooked up,
Right.
hooked up. So you
Yeah.
got a lot of miles on yours,
Not yet, because I just bought it this spring. It was
right?
so it was a 2019 model. I bought it in 2020, and but I'm riding as much as I can, and we were riding up to the North Shore up by Lake Superior, and
Mm-hmm.
just doing a lot of like weekend trips where we stayed
Nice.
overnight in a hotel and just running all over that we could. And it's been great. And, some of the trips that we do, I feel like I'm on a Riker commercial. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm just like going, wow, this is so nice. And it's just a great way to get away from the virus scene and, just to, enjoy it. It's been a really, godsend for that. It's like,
That's nice, man. That's nice. I like, when I look up there on I'll check Instagram every once in a while. People take their bike and use some of those scenery pics that they'll park their bike and take a picture. And I was like, man, these guys are really enjoying it out there. They taking it up to the edge of a mountain to take a picture, man. I'm like, dang, I like that a lot though. I see on your YouTube channel, you've been doing a little modification. So tell me, what have you done so far?
oh yeah, there's there's always modifications. I think
Oh yeah.
the first thing I started with, when I picked up my bike, and he goes, "Oh, you can take the back roads home?" And I'm going, "Nope." And I took that thing and just, it's like I'm gonna break it in the way I want to.
Hmm.
And, I was zipping along, and I'm going, man, this thing's a little skittish. It's like a little bit doing this a little bit, and I'm going, I know what's going on first. So first, I put on the Baja Ron, end links, sway
Okay.
bars. That was like the very first thing I did.
Right.
And then right after that, I ordered the Madstad windscreen because, man, this wind isn't liking me too much, because I'm used to a full dress bike.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah. Goldwing. Yeah. So yeah, windshield is you're missing that. You're used to it.
right. Then after that was, I took it out at night and everybody was like complaining about the lights. And I'm going, well, the lights aren't too bad. and then the next morning I got up and I'm going, oh, the lights are, I had those on high beam. So, so I put the T2 LED headlights in right away. Uh, oh, I got rid of the chipmunk horn.
Oh yeah,
So, you
yeah.
know,
Yeah, I did. I got rid of that. Yeah. Where did you go with the dual horn, or you went with? I see a lot of people put different horns in.
I went with it was called the Wolo Loud One horn, and it was really cheap. It was like I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks on
Oh,
Amazon,
okay.
but it works really good.
Cool.
And went with that horn, and yeah, the chipmunk horn. Oh yeah, then I went with the floorboards because I'm kind of all about comfort, and I do longer rides, so my buddy owns his spider in the Twin Cities, so a lot of times I'll run to like Twin Cities area, and that's like an hour and a half, and
Oh,
then
okay.
we'll run for another 2 hours, and then
Mm.
back. So it's usually like a 5 to 6 hour day that I'm riding on my
Yeah. So
Riker.
yeah. Yeah, definitely got to look for comfort. You putting miles like that, but I don't. I haven't rode mine that far out. I haven't did like a 3 hour trip. I mean, I've locally ran around all day on it, but I've never just sat on it and rode out 2 hours like that. That's gonna be my thing if I could ever get some free time out here. But that's nice.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, at least you got a buddy, like you said, that you go out there and ride out with. So that's cool that you
right.
have somebody that'll just, hey, let's meet up, let's take a long trip. That's nice too.
Yeah, yeah. If you have time, you're gonna have to do that, man. It's
Yeah.
it's it's fun.
Yeah, I know. It's just that around here it's just with work and everything else. It's just and the people when around here, it seems like everybody's doing something. Everybody's working, and once in a while, guys meet up. They'll take a ride out. We to in our neighborhood. If for New York City, people usually ride out. The longest trip is like Long Island.
Okay.
So you'll take New York City, you'll go up and you ride out to Long Island. People will meet up over there. Sometimes you'll meet in Jersey, depends. Sometimes they'll come down, but it's very once in a while where you get like a good group to ride out. Big groups only come out for like the big events. So, like we did the 9/11 Memorial Run, the Cancer
Right.
Run, things like that. You have big groups, but just hooking up with somebody and be like, hey, you got 3 hours out of your day to take a ride. Hard find, hard find. That'll be something that I'll probably be doing by myself and just be like, hey, I'm over here. Who wants to meet me? I'm on the road, catch up to me and that type of thing. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's cool. That's cool. So tell me, man, what was the inspiration to YouTube? The whole right.
I was thinking about starting last winter, and I was gonna start a bike. It's gonna my original title was gonna be called Biker and Riker, and it's gonna be part electric bike, which I really like electric bikes, but I
Hmm.
don't own one. So I was gonna buy an electric bike, and then it's gonna be part electric bike, part Riker, and the electric bike fell through. And then I decided to I really started almost really late in fall, my channel.
Oh,
And
okay.
I started filming earlier in spring. And then I just saw I have essential tremor, and I just saw how it was shaking on the camera. And I'm like, going, man, this is nobody's gonna want to watch me. I don't want to watch myself. I was just like, I was like really discouraged, but I
Oh,
was like, nah, I'm not. No, it's like, and then I just like kind of put that thought away for a couple months, and then I just decided, screw it, and let's just get filming. And because I feel like I like to talk, and I like to like have people learn from my experience and learn the mods, and just, I
no,
feel like I can just you know just like help people with the
yeah. I
Riker tool.
mean, hey, man, you feel it, you push through, and now you're doing it, and you got your channel going. So, man, you keep up the good work, man. I mean, the YouTube community is something for everybody out here. And, some people just gravitate more to others. So, yeah, keep up the good work. Keep pushing the channel out. I like the name Fun N Ryker. It's pretty cool. You can steer a lot of people to it. But, yeah, keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank
Hmm.
you.
Definitely.
I appreciate it.
So I started a little segment in the podcast. It's recent. It's a little question thing that I throw out there. So the question is, if you had one word or one sentence to describe your Riker, your Can Am, what would it be?
Mm. I think the word would be, besides fun, I think it would be. I think it would be. I would say it's a rush.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Everybody gives me something different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I was figuring I keep hearing the same thing, but everybody I speak to gives me something different. So that's great. I like it. I like this little segment I'm doing because I'm trying to put something together with everybody at the same time so I could have everybody doing it.
Okay.
But yeah, man, listen, Harry, everything's been great. The show's been great. You've been a great guest, and uh, tell everybody your channel,
Oh,
all your social media, especially, you might want to spell it out for the people who are just listening. Some people don't watch the show, they listen because it is streaming on other platforms. But just tell everybody what you got going on, what you got coming up, your social media. Go plug that.
all right. Well, it's called Fun N Ryker, so it's FUN and then another N and then Ryker. And my social media, I'm such an old school guy, so I really don't have much going on.
It's all right, my kids run mine, so go ahead.
you know so really I'm just on Facebook,
Mm,
and that's about it. I don't have, it's like I'm kind of stuck in the vinyl CD DVD era. So I have to kind of catch up with the gram and all that stuff. Maybe I'll get there.
all
So
right.
but I try to get out a video every week, and that's kind of my thing. I'm trying to do a few giveaways, and what I'm kind of leaning towards this summer is a little bit more riding and camping and like really cool scenery stuff up to Lake Superior. I got want to interview people up by. I'm going out to the Deadwood Three Wheeler Rally, which
Okay.
is July 11th through the 16th. So I'll be out there filming and interviewing, and
Nice.
if people see me, say hey, you know,
Nice, man.
and
Nah, that's cool. So everybody check out Fun N Ryker on YouTube. Man, he's got some good things coming up, trying to promote his channel. He's doing good things for the Can-Am community. I'm Keith Hammer. This is the podcast Rolling on Three. That's the number three. Type it in, no spaces. It'll pop up on your Google search. I have a YouTube channel that you probably already know about, but if you're not, it's Rolling on Three Wheels, all spelled out. You could catch me on Instagram at Shadow Black Riker, all one word. That's just the name everybody gave me, so I stuck with it and made an Instagram page. Rolling on Three is also on Twitter if you want to hit me up for questions and answering. Of course, my email is rolling on three wheels at Gmail. That's the number three. Hey, Harry, it's been great. You've been a great guest. When you take all those rods and I see all that stuff for your channel, I'm gonna have you back so we could talk about all your new things and all your new adventures.
all right.
Um, yeah, and yeah, of course that. And everybody follow his channel, everybody follow my channel, hit that subscribe button. That's what we need to help this YouTube community grow and this Can-Am community grow. Harry, has been great, man. It's a wrap. Thanks for being on the show, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, man.